2. I think we'll just stay here. So we're in point 2, no problem. It's just good to know this.
So
Can
you've
you?
got an idea of what you can...
Can you see the bottom there?
Yeah.
Yep, we can see the bottom, the boat's fine. Just learning. It's a little bit of wind, we're just gonna put the jib out, see what happens. We're doing 1500 RPM both motors, doing about 4.2 knots. Let's see if we can gain any speed. Let's go. Is that all the way out? Well done. So we need to pull that in now, don't we?
Zoom in on both those telltales going horizontal.
They're going up.
Yeah, the one at the bottom.
So we picked up...
If you bear away, it moves even faster. If you bear away a little bit.
Let's go away. So hang on, let's take the... So we've picked up a knot, but we're just going to bear away a bit to port. 1 second. So we're doing about 2.5 knots with the jib. We're going to put the main up, so we're going to pull it into the wind. Okay, I'll just get us into the wind. Hang on. My fuck up. So the main's up. Let's see if we can sail. What do you reckon?
I think we'll get some traction now. So
I think we will too. Dude, this will be, I think we're going to have a nice, I think it's going to be a nice sail.
Yeah,
I think
so.
We should probably hold hands.
No, let's leave that out, mate.
So the engine is off and we're sailing at 0.1 of a knot. Okay, yeah, we're up to 0.2 of a knot.
3.2.
We're actually going backwards. No, we're doing...
That's into the tide as well.
Okay.
It's only 8 knots of breeze too.
There's only 8 knots of breeze. We're sailing into the tide, or into the current, right? Into the current. And we're doing 3 knots, which is okay. No, look, but isn't it beam reach?
Yeah, close, yeah. I'll give you that. Yep.
This is what the sails look like. Steve, did you know that 4 months ago I didn't even know what a beam reach was? I didn't know anything about sailing. Nothing.
Yep, I believe that.
Oh, can you tell?
Yeah.
So we're just trying to get the telltales horizontal on the jib, and we just let the... What I've just learnt from Steve is that when you're sailing beam reach, you want to let the sails out, right?
That's right.
Okay, we're at 4.2 knots. We are Steve, we are sailing. We're moving. So I've been sailing for about an hour now. No, that's not true. Maybe half an hour.
Yeah.
So we're holding a steady 4.1 knots. We both figured out what we weren't doing right, that we didn't release the main. So we've released the main, and that controls the... Yeah, it's just a...
We were releasing on the Traveller, but we wanted to actually get more boom angle as well.
Well, it's releasing the Traveller, but we needed more boom angle, so we've got that now. So I just want to show the... Can I just get up there? So we've only got 8 knots of breeze, but we're doing about up to 4.5 knots. So those telltales are pretty...
No, you want them horizontal, so there's an expression, when in doubt, let it out.
Well, they're just flapping down.
Yeah. But we don't have a lot of breeze down.
Yeah, okay, all right, okay.
5 in 8 knots is okay.
So 7.8 knots, we're doing 4.2. I'm sailing the boat. So we're just coming back in, the sails are down, no problem at all. What a great day. Steve's been awesome. He's putting the fenders out, got the boom, everything's secured. So I'm coming into docking again, and there's my berth. This is always an exciting time. This will be my 3rd time docking it on myself. Let's see if I can... I've not stuffed it yet, but I'm definitely not feeling... Whoa, we need to slow down. We good? Looking good?
Yeah.
Get that on.
Okay, lift on.
Beautiful. Okay. Got a little bit messy at the end, but I kind of I went reverse instead of forward. Better.
Perfect. I can't fault that.
Thanks. All right, 3 out of 3. Steve, you're a mate. You're a legend.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
the invite, mate.
mate. What an awesome day.
Yeah.
No incidents.
Didn't kill anyone.
No drama.
Yeah.
Back home safe. Another day sailing. I don't even know what day it is, but I think it's day 8. It's only supposed to be here 4 days, but I've stayed 8. I've taken the boat out 7 times in 8 days. There's only been 1 day. Well, I've been here 9 days. I don't know. I don't remember. I'm so exhausted. I have cuts all over my body. I'm constantly bleeding. There's so much to do, and I just feel like it's just a wild thing, what I'm about to say, but I actually feel like I've just discovered my life. Like, I feel like, what have I been doing for 52 years? I feel like this is where I'm meant to be, but I guess I've had to work to get to this point. Work really hard, you know, it hasn't just happened. So scared and so excited at the same time. I've got to go home tomorrow and try and sell my home. I just need the business to settle and the funds to go into my account, and then I can go, you know. And I think I'm going to do the East Coast and anchor and make mistakes. And there's only one rule, and that rule is do not die. Yeah, I take calculated risks. I've been a sponge for 4 months. And it's so good to be on my own boat and just learning, just simple stuff I learned today with Steve, you know, that the main wasn't going up and, you know, it was the pulley, just the pulley was twisted. I remember first looking at this boat, I was so overwhelmed, I was so out of my depth, and I'm still out of my depth, but slowly I know, you know, how to use the VHF radio. I know how to plot a course. I know how to read the chart plotter, you know, launch the tender. I know how to flush the motor in the Yamaha 2-stroke. I know how to check the oil levels on the, you know, I know how to do a sort of a pre-sailing inspection check before I leave. Just this knowledge, there's so much that you have to learn. It's overwhelming, but incredibly exciting. And you know what? You can't be self-obsessed. Like, I'm not self-obsessed with myself because I'm just learning. And if I'm not thinking about myself, for a guy like me, that's a good thing. I'm happier. I always think happiness has eluded me, has escaped me, but I think people overrate what happiness is. I think fulfillment is a better word. If you're fulfilled and you don't feel empty, it's unrealistic to feel. I can feel elation and I can feel happiness, but it's always short-lived. But fulfillment, where you're void of emptiness, for me, I guess has always been the goal. I'm going to be really honest, and I'm going to cop some hate for this, but I thought I'd test out the washing machine, so because I've got no clothes. Like, I didn't expect to stay this long, so, and then halfway through it I thought, shit, I'm in the marina, you can't use it. That's why there's a laundromat here. But I just washed 2 things, and then I'm hanging them out to dry. Like, there they are there. And then you're not allowed to do that, but hopefully by the time I release this vlog I'm not at this marina. But for the people that own this marina, I just want to apologise. Rookie mistake. Put the washing machine on and then thought, shit, and I didn't know how to stop it, so sorry about that. The detergent I used was fish friendly. It's like an environmentally friendly detergent. Yeah, that's why when I wash the clothes they're still f***ing dirty, because it doesn't work. So I plan to be here 5 days, and I've been here 10. So I'm heading home. I'm just wrapping the boat up. Everything's all turned off, and I just got some info. I'm just going to turn off the inverter. It's sad to go. I've had an absolute blast. I've had the time of my life. That's the truth. Just inch by inch, I'm learning, and God, it's hot. So I've turned everything off, but I've just left the water pumps and the heater, and I've just left the fridge stuff on, and all the lights are turned off, the nav's turned off. So off, battery chargers on, AC plugs on. I don't know what the AC plugs are, but you could probably turn them off if we're no longer connected to AC because the inverter's off. So, should I turn them off? What happens? I don't know, I'll get an answer for that. But the domestic says that. Cool. All right, let's go. They said boat life is dangerous, right? I'm sliding all my dive gear up here. And I sat on the box to have a rest and it crinkled on my ass. I think I got an injury on my ass. This is dangerous, this shit. Don't quit. Just slowly we're filling the place up. Starlink, juice, toaster. Maybe I should have got a bigger toaster, huh? Should have got a 10 burner. This humidifies shit, but it hasn't been on long. Oh. Whew, the smell is wild, but it's good to be home. Oh my God. Whew. My floating, oh. Which way does it go? Oh, that way. Okay. Oh, feel that breeze. Let's turn some of these systems on. Okay, I left my glasses in the car. We want on water heater. On. Auxiliary water pump we want on. Bilge pump we don't want on. Steaming lights, anchor lights, depth flood lights, nav none. Let's check the batteries. 13.7, 13.6. Engine. I think that's all normal. Batteries are at 98%. Okay, I don't know why the batteries are at 98%. They should be at 100%, but I don't really understand the battery stuff yet, but can't get enough of the boat yet. I know that I'm gonna know every single nook and cranny of that boat. I'm gonna know how everything works over a period of time. I just think of my brother James, who passed away, my younger brother. If he could see me now, he would be blown away. I'd love to take him fishing. I feel like the boat is starting to become my home. This walk takes about, timed it's about between 8 and 9 minutes. It's quite a long walk. I'm gonna have to get a motorised scooter just to cut down on time, because, you know, you do this 2 or 3 times a day, that's an hour of your day gone. Look how, I mean, it's a nice walk looking at boats and people pissing and shitting out of their boat. That lovely fucking smell. You know, you get to take it all in and learn that boat life is, what do they say, a grotty yachty, or a yachty grotty. Learning all the terms. How about this one? Halyard. Halyard. Okay, whoops. Okay, holy shit. I accidentally opened it up. I thought I was in a movie then. I don't know what happened. I've now got 3 polishers. I don't know why I have 3, but I've bought 3. How cool is that? The scuba tanks are on board. It's just, I know I keep saying this, but it just blows me away that this is kind of becoming my life. If you can remember, there was the kayaks here, so look at the view I've got. I've just got rid of that white thing there. I've just got to get rid of this one here. I just dropped two tools in the ocean, so that's 4 things I've accidentally dropped in the ocean. I'll go get it later with my scuba gear. So I'm undoing the final 2 bolts, but because my experience is growing, what I'm going to do is, because we don't want to pollute the ocean with Danny, the shit that Danny drops in, we're going to So guys, good news, another investment, but check this bad boy out. It's a Dragon scooter, the GTR V2. Cost me $1,700 brand new with a 2-year warranty, and it claims to have a range of 60 kilometers. And it can hold up to 130 kilos, so I could probably dig 2 people on it. And it's one of the most sold scooters of all time. It's kind of an older model, but it's very reliable. It's light, well, it's 28 kilos, so it all folds down. And let's see if we can get it on the boat later. But I actually got to go now got to go to the shops, and I just rode it up here. It's so exciting. All right, let's go to the shops. Nearly went in the water. Okay, stop Danny, stop. Do not use one-handed with the scooter. Okay, let's go. That's what I'm talking about, Willis. Okay, I've just been to a homeware shop, and really cool cruising around in this scooter. I feel like I'm someone like from Back to the Future. But found some tumblers because I don't have any. I've got a wine goblet. I've got 4 of them, and I've got these bad boys, and they're polycarbonate, I think. So that's just what I want. No glass on the boat. Let's take my. I'm going to call this Marine 2. Marine 2. It's a camera.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm talking to my friend in here.
Great.
He lives inside the camera.
That's a small camera.
Yeah, this is a small camera. This is a GoPro. Yeah, look how small it is. And the film quality is exceptional.
Good.
Yeah.
I was hoping back in the days of film.
Oh yeah. Do you like my chariot? Did you ever think there'd be a day where people would ride around on their electric scooters?
Looks like comfortable seats.
It's got some wine glasses accompanying
Yeah,
it as well.
it comes with wine glasses. You can drink wine whilst you're riding your scooter.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it's just it was part of the deal.
Good idea.
So I'm sure I'm not the first person to say this, but this freezer is just all over the place. And when I bought the boat, part of the deal was that some of the things that the surveyor found was that this freezer didn't work, and it doesn't work, and it never has. And it was supposed to be professionally repaired, and I'm trying to get the broker to contact the owners so they can show proof of receipt of repair, just like the #1 winch up here. This winch has never worked, so I understand when you own a boat all you do is repair it, but I just bought it and spent a lot of money for it, and the things need to be working because I haven't broken anything yet. So I'm sure I will, but just annoying that yeah, I won't go into it. Let's just see if someone can fix my fridge and the winch, because yeah, I paid a ton of money. So guys, I've got Dane with me from Electech.
How are you?
So I know this is fairly spontaneous and impromptu, but I've been doing a lot of reading about lithium, and I've already had a couple of issues with once I'm off the grid with battery consumption. I've just got AGMs and I've got some solar panels. Dane was here yesterday, weren't you?
Correct.
With a couple of guys, and looked over the boat, and I gave Dane the chat about not ripping off the new guy in sailing, because so he seems like a good dude, but I'm just going to ask him some questions on camera. He's allowing me to film it, which is really nice of him to do that. So more and more people moving to lithium.
Yeah, definitely. It's becoming more and more common. Every other week we're having this conversation with someone.
So my understanding, the reason is, forget about the fire stuff, because it's one incident and then it just spreads like there's no issue with them, is there?
In a good quality lithium battery, no, there's not. There are no concerns about that at all. There are a bunch of rubbish brands out there that, yes, of course, can and do create problems.
Yep.
But people who know and understand lithium don't sell or install that brand or those brands off. They only sell what is going to give us peace of mind for both us and the customers. So that's not an issue. Yeah.
So with an AGM battery, when it recharges, it sort of can only go down to about 50%, and then it cycles back up to be a full recharge. Is that correct?
Correct. Actually, we've only got the top 40% of an AGM that you can use. So
Okay.
the bottom 60% is basically a non-usable part of the battery.
Okay. And the difference with the lithium is this.
You've got basically 100% of the battery that you can use,
Yep.
rather than the top 40. You can use all of it. So then you gain an extra more or less 60% of battery capacity if you're going to go like for like with amp hours.
Yep.
And they also recharge substantially faster as well.
So you have 4 batteries, 4 AGMs, you have 4 lithium batteries, you're going to be getting double the power for the...
A little bit more actually, but yes, that's exactly right.
So, okay.
And you're also at a third of the weight.
So give me an analogy of what amp hours is. It's likened to what?
It's liking to having
It's like petrol in the car?
and a bigger fuel tank.
Okay. So you said at the moment the battery setup is in the starboard
Engine room.
Yep.
Yep.
You'd say ideally move it and put it into the starboard cabin, the rear cabin,
Correct, yes.
under the bed there, because it's just well, one is the accessibility is a lot easier, and lithium batteries don't like engine rooms. Is that correct?
Well, really, realistically, no batteries like a hot, hard environment.
Yeah.
And then your engine room, it really doesn't get much hotter and harder of an environment to operate at peak performance. So
And-
if we can get them out of there,
Yeah.
then they're going to perform better, last longer, It's
Yeah.
going to make your life a little bit easier, and it's a good to look after your investment. You're going to spend some good money on good product. You want to make sure that it also lasts as long as it possibly can.
All right. So so tell me your suggestions. So solar panels we've talked about, getting rid of the wind generator, bigger solars.
Yep.
How many lithium batteries? How many amp hours?
Look, I'd be probably with what you said that you're wanting to achieve and having
What
several days.
what did you hear? What I wanted to say. What did you?
Ideally, you want to sit at the Barrier Reef for a week to 2 weeks at a time and just love life.
Yep.
Which is a fantastic, idea and very achievable.
And in the Bahamas as well.
Ideally, that's
Yep.
the great place to be going.
I'm going there. Don't worry about that. And people think I'm not, but I'm going there.
You're definitely on your way.
I'm deadly serious about. I'm going to the Bahamas. Give me sort of a worst case, and if money was unlimited,
Yep.
what would you do? And if it was sort of, this will get you by, you tell me.
Look, this will get you by. I'd probably be putting in somewhere between 500 and 700 amp hours.
Yep.
It's a nice amount. It's going to give you a good few days of being conscious of your power consumption, but no big stresses.
But if we have sun all the time, we
Yep.
don't really need to be conscious of the power. Is that right? Because the solar's pumping into the batteries.
You're still going to be mindful, but you don't have to be overly frugal.
Okay.
You can just look at it once or twice a day, your battery monitor and your percentage, and see how things are going, and that's really it.
So
It'll look after itself pretty well.
So if there's no sun, I'm going to get a couple of days.
Easily.
Easily,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
2, 3, 4. Okay,
Yeah,
so that's
running your
5 to
fridge, your
700.
freezer,
Okay.
your electronics, you're going to wake up, you're going to put the toaster on or the kettle,
Yeah.
do your hair, all that
Yeah.
sort of
Yeah.
jazz.
I use the hairdryer a lot.
I can tell.
So 5 to 700 amp hours. How many batteries is that?
That would be around 3 batteries.
3 batteries. Okay.
Yep.
And let's go up a level. What's the better?
If it was me, not worried about budget, and I'm wanting to be able to run an aircon under passage, or even run an aircon during the night, it's hot, it's still,
Yeah.
as it does get, of course, particularly in the boat.
Yeah.
And you just go, you know what, I want to run an aircon.
Yeah, that's actually pretty. Actually, that's pretty important because the aircon is the main. It's a portable one.
Yep.
But my God, without it, boat life is shit. So
Aircons.
what would you go to if you wanted to run an aircon?
Be pushing around that 1500, maybe closer
So
to
double.
Yeah.
Double
definitely.
that, 1500 amp hours. Wow.
Correct.
So just finished the chat with Dane. What a great guy. So I've gone for 1500 amps. It's 5 batteries, 5 300 amp batteries, plus the new solar, bigger solar, get rid of the wind generator. And he's saying that should comfortably be able to run my air conditioner offshore for a number of days. And that's plenty of power. And it's going to come in around somewhere between $21,000 and $23,000. But it's expensive, but that should do me for 10 years. And that's top-notch stuff. We've got the Victron inverter. We're getting maximum use out of the inverter. And it's going to be, I'm all about simplicity, a simple system, no wind generator, none of that crap, just good lithium batteries, a lot of them, 5. The motors will still have AGMs, but they're new motors, new batteries, and yeah, we'll definitely test it. I'll go and live out on the Barrier Reef for 2 weeks, see how it goes, but this will be the first major expense on the boat.